Hey, RJ Helms here, back with another episode of Let's Play OpenTTD. So in the last episode, we finished up this line out to Vilsford over here in these towns, beefed up some of our capacity, and looked at some of the things that we might want to do to expand. And what seemed like a prime candidate was starting to build some intercity routes. Not intercity, intra-city routes, just to promote some more town growth and make some of our local service that's feeding our main stations more efficient. And the one that called out to me as the one that needs to be done first was Tauberheim here, just because it's the town's growing right up against our line here, so it's growing hugely quickly, and it is getting so big that it's just going to be difficult to manage in the future, so it seems like a perfect candidate. Basically, the plan is what I'm going to do is I'm going to build kind of a ring of trains around the city. I'm going to have two tracks going, so there's going to be a left-hand, a clockwise and a counterclockwise route around it, stopping all the stations. And I can use some of the track here. So the first thing I want to do is actually move all of our stations here out another two platforms to free up this innermost platform to be the platforms that I'm using for this stop of the that ring road. So I'm gonna get the cargo flow legend out of the way while I'm doing this, just because I don't really need it. And I want two more platforms. Actually, those are lower down than I want them to be, so I'm going to do some terraforming to bring them all up just to the same level. I did not realize that. There we go. So two more platforms, and I'll work my way from the outside in towards getting those to do what I want them to do. So first up is going to be this. As before, I'm just going to destroy a single segment of track just so trains don't come in while I'm doing this. This guy down, and this is going to have to be backed up a little bit. Like that. And like that. I do still need to signal this up. That's just fine. Once again, I was using the wrong rail type. But I don't know, why did that stop the signals? Probably because the rail type changed. Yes. And now I've got two tracks for our express trains. So these can just jog over. I want the jogs to be a fair distance away from the station, but that'll do quite nicely on that side. here on this side. And the same thing. Signal it back up. Including our pass signals, and then do these. And this on this side can actually just continue being perfectly in parallel. Like so. I'm gonna have to run that guy straight through because there's still a train in the station here. And this, I'm just going to extend the whole thing out a little bit. Like that. And you guys can just rejoin here like that. That turns a bit tight, but we'll deal with that a bit later. Wait, no, that's not quite right. You guys need to come up to here and not go there, like that. There we go. Disaster averted. Just now to fix up some of these signals. And do the same thing down here. The signals seem to all be going in the right directions. So these guys, if I send them out to there, they're going to rejoin up neatly. Close enough. And do the same thing down here. So this last bit of track just in here can be the beginning of our ring road, so that's great. Before I start that, I am going to fix this up. I just wanted to do it in as non-disruptively a way as possible. But I guess what I need to do is actually start this a bit earlier. What would it be? 4, 5. We need to look like this. Nope, wrong. There we go. And then fix up these slopes because they're a bit tight. I like to have it be one train length to a slope. So this is far too tight, but I think there's enough room here once that train passes to fix it. One, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and this one needs to come out one more. 2 more. Like so. Okay. Well, that's 4 actually. I was still off by 1. 5. So there's going to be a bunch more signal gaps, but I can fix those up. Down and down. Okay, great. And these towns might be mad at me, but that's not a big deal. So now we plan where we're going to put our stations in. I obviously want one right along here. Like so, that's great. I'm going to want one down at this end of town. So I close up this loop and build a room right here. That will also serve beautifully. And then finally, I think the candidate over here is right here. And then I'll have 4 stations. Actually, I want to back that one up a little bit. Have it down there. Some of this stupidity I'm gonna fix up with the town roads. There we go, that just keeps the intersections nice and clean. Which is exactly what I want. So now it's just a matter of joining these up in the way that we're quite familiar with by now. So I do have towns building grade crossings turned off. You would want to give yourself a buffer of kind of purchased land around this, just because otherwise, say here, it would just build a road happily right through here, and that can really be a pain in the butt. But it's not going to do that, which is why my trains are hemming in the town so badly. So there's pros and cons to not allowing that. But I am going to build some bridges over this. Actually, back one more. I'm going to build some bridges over this this line to allow the town to grow out beyond it. Okay, so now I'm just going to remove all the signals that exist here. I don't want any of them. And now I'm going to signal this up. As I've done everywhere else. Make sure I control click to do the drag, and then finally that, and the last one here. Okay, now the same thing in the other direction. Sorry, not converting there. I'm going to want depots on both sides of this track, so here's as good a place as any to build it. I'm going to give these stations their standard 4-letter names. By the time this is done, I'm sure these names are going to be just absolutely no good to us anymore. Just in the sense of, you know, we're going to start seeing repeats in the obvious 4-letter acronyms. by the time we fully signaled up this town. And now let's get some trains on this. So I need to choose, for one, what I want my train type to be, and what also what my length is. I built these 5 platforms long kind of for flexibility's purpose, but I think that might be longer than what I realistically need. I'm kind of thinking what's long with a low running cost. But at the same time, I'm not sure how much important speed is. I don't think any of these are really what I want. I kind of like this turboliner, actually. So what if I made turboliner trains that are... I did not mean to buy a second one of those. I meant to scroll down. What about turboliner trains that were just under 4 tiles long? Just over. Actually, no, let's go for 5. Why not? So this one is on that platform, so its route is going to be like this. Get its timetable autofilling. And I want to clone this train, not clone sharing orders, just cloning for a little bit of money to make the budget for it. And it's going to go in exactly the opposite direction. TBHV to TBH, TBHT to TBHW. And get you started. So now while we wait for these timetables to fill in, we can make some groups for them. So I want this to be local, TBH, and I'm going to make a clockwise and a counterclockwise. So train 23 is the clockwise one, and train 22 is the counterclockwise one. Perfect. And now we should have that showing up on our cargo flow legend. Great. So for now, I don't expect much traffic on those trains. They are ultimately just feeders, so that's not really a problem. What I really want to do here is now take a look at... I don't actually think I need the trains up anymore. I think that the timetables to make some room. Take a look at how we want to do our local bus service. Which we can look at once we've got this guy out of its way. This guy's ready as well. Perfect, so this one can go away. And now let's take a look at our local service. Because there's no point in having it all feed in to this one station. What I'm kind of thinking is I want to have buses kind of each from the center of town feeding their way out to whatever station is closest. So These three that are serving that part of town can keep serving it. And they kind of serve out to here, like this road. So if I start over here, I want to fix up this intersection. This can be important to me here. Yeah. So if I start kind of over in this row, like a station there, say a station there, the station down here. There's going to be a bit of redundancy here no matter what I do. Okay. Say one here. One out there. So what's the coverage of this station? So it covers all the way down to there. So just this block in here, that's a tiny amount. Okay, so I'll call that this loop. This I'm just going to have go in one direction, as we are familiar with some of the service I've done up till now. So let's just give these guys some of their names. TBHN, TBHH. So TBHE is taken, so let's just go with TBHX for exchange, and you can be TBHA. So I'm going to go passenger, sort by cargo capacity. So still with the Hereford double-decker bus. You are going to go there, 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 and there. Timetable autofill. Let's get started. And you can be a local TBHV route. So I'm going to do the same thing down here. Look at what I'm not covering. So this guy goes to here. So if I say start here, and then one. You can be down here. So here. You're covering down to there. Once again, I've got a gap, but I'm okay with this having some overlap. If, say, this guy went over here. So you are TBHS, that's not unique, so TBHI, share, TBHB, and upper, so TBHU. This timetable's ready, so get in on the go. Hit slack in his timetable. Do the same thing here. Build a depot. Build another double-decker bus, and you can go TBHI, TBHB, TBHU, TBHW. Timetable autofill. And you're going to be the local TBHW route. And then do the same thing to fill in this last little gap over here. Perhaps exhausted the patience of the local authority. With all this demolition. Yes, it's not allowing me to destroy that building. It's got to be good before I can do that. Which is not a problem. Okay, so this is going to be serving here and here. So you can be here. You can be here. And one final one just nestled in this corner over here. Number 59. Great, I finally ran out of default names for it. So you can be TBHL for lower. You can be TBHF, because all lessons are taken. You can be TBHC, TBHD. That's not taken. And the exact same drill once again. So buy a double-decker bus. The route goes here, 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 and here. I'm not going to start that just yet, just in the hopes that my station rating will improve. And now let's put some of our slack in this timetable. Come on. I could just bribe the local authority. I don't have the budget for that. Alright, so this can get out of the way. I can make the local TBHT group. Throw you in there, get you started. And still mediocre. I suppose I can't really blame them. Let's see what I can do as far as tree spamming goes. Still mediocre. Let's leave that up. Am I improving it at all? It doesn't seem like it. No, while I wait, let's pay down a huge chunk of our loan because we are making mad money. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start this, but I'm not going to timetable that last stop. Or let's just fast forward this to go see if our station rating improves while it's running. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this slack in it. Okay, fine. There we go. So you can be destroyed now. Okay, so you get cleared. And now let's autofill this. There we go. 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, and put the slack in. Close this guy, and I feel like this episode's gone on for long enough. You can see here if I go to destination via source. No, that's not out. Via okay, for the source, TBHC. I can see some of these other stations that I've just built are starting to show up here. So TBHS, for example. No, that's not new. TBHX over here, so that means that it's a passenger who got on here, where there are now plenty. Would have assumed gone to this station and then up to there. So we will be in good shape. I have to pay off my loan the rest of the way. That's amazing. So this episode has gone very well. It's gone a bit longer than I wanted to. It looks like we're up at around 30 minutes now. But that is a huge success. We've got this station, this town now ready to grow even bigger. We can do the same thing on the other side once the town does grow beyond there. We'll need to build some bridges. So in the next episode, we can actually tweak these capacities of these lines. We'll need to get some more trains on here, use some of that £500,000 that we now have stored up, and then look at expanding from there. There's certainly a number of good candidates for similar ring roads. You can see this cargo flow legend is becoming a huge mess. But anyways, thanks so much for watching and for sticking with me through this longer than usual episode. If you have any comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. This has been Let's Play OpenTTD. I've been RJ Helms. Thanks so much for watching.